anymore. Let's go into Tyson Foods, and this is the largest US protein producer. It's the market leader in chicken, beef and pork, as well as prepared foods.
Right, so Tyson Foods, we're setting the scene. Look, we know there's a load of news about the South African chicken industry and the drama and the imports and the dumping and all that. We're going to get to that.
And 3,500 jobs on the line from Rainbow Chicken.
But Tyson Foods is a big US company. It's the largest. There's also a couple of other, Sanderson, Pilgrim Pride, which are listed. But remember, in the US, it's multiple sites. It's an enormous market. And there's a lot of prepared food and a lot of food service inputs. And that business, we'll see in a minute, has done okay, but there have been some question marks about them recently.
Market cap, $22 billion US dollars, PE ratio here 15.2, and a dividend yield of 1.4%. Do you want to start with the share price graph?
Yes. Does extremely well, lots of positive profit guidance during the year. Then in like November last year, bad results. The CEO got fired and they sort of said, look, they're sorry. And at the same time, there's been a bit of a collusion inquiry where the federal government is looking at whether or not there has been illegal cooperation between some of those big producers.
We are talking about a company here with a market cap, as we said earlier, Joseph, of $22 billion US dollars.
No, certainly you cannot compare it to some of our producers, purely by mesh size of it. And really could be the best of our discussions in SA with Rainbow Chickens, where obviously, the local producers are complaining about imports, which are coming from overseas, which are a bit cheaper. And you saw the layoff at in Durban, in Pietermaritzburg at Hammersdale. About 1,350 employees has already been laid off. It's going to be a challenge for the SA market in terms of trying to keep up in terms of the earnings. And you saw what happened in terms of the share price last year. They all averaged about...
But what about Tyson? I mean, what's your feeling about Tyson just off the top of your head? I mean, it's a family-controlled business. It's big. It's well-established. I mean, banting, vegetarianism, is that going to happen?
Protein is order of the day, isn't it?
Yeah, people are eating more protein, so it looks as though it's a good outlook for the company, but there have been some specific concerns.
Certainly, the numbers do not look good. I mean, the share price was or is about 16% down, but if you look in terms of the return on equity, it's still double digits. Your sales also, I think the sales were quite good. The problem is that the average over the last 5 years is single digit, despite the fact that your return on equity is better.
So hence the CEO being fired.
Fired, yes. So I think they're going to struggle. They need to start moving their sales margin into double digits if they want to satisfy the minority shareholders.
My sense, the reason the guy got fired is that you can't, as a listed entity, give two profit guidances to the effect that you think earnings are going to be strong during the course of the year and suddenly surprise negatively. You can surprise negatively if you telegraph that and then it happens, but you cannot give the market the idea that you're going super well.
But this is Investor Relations 101.
Yeah.
Prepare the market for the reality and you won't even see a move in your share price.
One thing about Tyson is that it's controlled through a pyramid structure by the Tyson family. It was established by someone with that name, and they still sit on the board. So that's a classic case.
But the CEO wasn't actually part of the family.
No, he wasn't a member of the family. So he got the chop because it's easy to make him the fall guy when situations like these arise.
Let's call it hot or not on Tyson.
It will be not hot for me. I think it will also happen.
Yeah, I mean, on the price basis, I suppose it could be, and on the whole banting thing, it could be as well. But I think here that overhang of the additional concerns around collusion and price-related fixing is a net negative, so definitely not.
Not hot.